Hi, I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Cindy.
And we're here with another Feeding Frenzy for the Master Key System. We're in part 1, day 28. Alright, yesterday's was pretty big.
Yeah, it was.
You ready to empty your mind and start again?
Okay.
Alright.
Empty mind.
The universal mind is static or potential energy.
Potential? You want to say that
I'm
again?
going to try that again. I didn't empty my mind.
Empty your mouth.
That was wrong. The universal mind is static or potential energy. It simply is. It can manifest itself only through the individual. And the individual can manifest himself only through the universal. They are one.
Wow. That one's a hard one to put my hand
That
around.
one's, yeah.
Say it again.
That was a big
Laura.
balloon to blow up there, wasn't it?
Mhm.
All right, let's try again. The universal mind is static or potential energy. It simply is. It cannot manifest itself, it can manifest itself only through the individual.
Okay.
And the individual can manifest himself only through the universal. They are one. It's just exactly what we were talking about yesterday, about the two meshing.
Mm-hmm.
And they have to,
Mhm.
otherwise neither can exist.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what that's saying here.
Mm-hmm.
That the universal or one mind is untapped potential.
I think I see it now.
And it cannot be expressed unless we express it.
So
But
it needs
we
us to
can't-
express it, but we can't
We can't
express it
exist
without it.
without it.
So we're dependent on each other. I mean, if we didn't have an earth with people, then God, or the substance, would be there and
Would
be
just be.
potential energy, but it wouldn't have any way to express itself
Mhm.
or communicate.
Or
And-
see it. So.
So it wouldn't have an outlet.
Right.
And we, on the other hand, if we existed without God,
We couldn't.
we couldn't, because there's nothing to express. Because we are expressions of God.
We are expressing
The God stuff.
God.
So we couldn't exist without Him, but He couldn't exist without us. That's pretty cool. That's
Can
cool.
you wrap your head
I
around
can
that
now.
one? That would
See
take
it,
a
but
few
that's there. It's more than just words. I can't explain that with just words because I have to. We can say that all day, but everybody understands it differently.
What came to mind for me was a soap bubble.
Okay. Explain that
All
one.
right, wait. A soap bubble could not be without the soap,
Okay.
because the bubble is an expression of the soap.
So a bar
But the
soap
soap
is just,
itself could not be the bubble. Could not be without the bubble. Can't express without it. Oh, that was a bad analogy, maybe.
soap is just bar soap unless it's got
It's
a bubble.
just soap. Until we pick it up and use it. And so, until it's changed in some way, until it's expressed, until it's utilized.
Right. Until it
It's
becomes a
just
sud.
soap.
Once it becomes a sud, it can do something.
Until it's used, it's just soap.
Right. Got it. It doesn't claim anything, just sitting there. That was good, really. It's deep stuff.
Not until we express it.
It's a deep cleaning there.
It's really bad. It's really bad. Do you see how you took this really deep subject and made it nothing?
I did it. Oh yeah,
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
You could do it without me. I can't do it without you. It's the
Okay.
same thing.
I think I get it though.
It's the same thing. So basically what it's saying is, what?
Is that we depend on each other. We can't be in existence without God, because that's what we're made of. And God can't be in existence without us, because He's
Can't
just a bar of
express.
soap. Because He wouldn't have any way to communicate.
God is laughing right now. I just hope he doesn't.
I hope so.
I hope so. I hope so. Blowing many bubbles, I'm sure.
I'm sure. So how do you explain it? Any different than that?
Well, I tried, but you made a mockery out of that, didn't you?
I didn't have to.
Well, that was bad. That was really bad. I can see it. I can see it.
I can too, but it's hard to put words to it.
It is.
It really is,
It
because
really is.
it's an interdependency. It's easier to talk about how we can't exist without God than it is to talk about how God can't exist without us. That's the hard part for me, is I can see that, because He doesn't have a way to express Himself. But then He's God, and He could make a way to express Himself. But He chose to make this the way to express Himself. So He had to come up with some way to express Himself, so He made us. That's the way I see it. We are the expressions of God.
We are.
And He made us each individually different, because He has so many different facets. So we're all individual expressions of God. And that means that not one of us is any more important than the other.
We're all as important
Exactly.
as each
Just
other.
different.
There is no such thing as a wasted life, because it's God expressing.
We're just different.
We just simply have differences and different perspectives. But each one is just as important.
It's good.
It's good stuff.
Dream.
Dream.